Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happen.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I mean, was wenn wir es einfach nicht machen?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Okay, alright.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. Based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Oh. Was? Oh. Okay. Oh, Alter, das unterste.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect.
Sure.
Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Soll ich jetzt 4 Stunden lang hier diesen Knopf drücken? Na, Dude.
You heartless bastard. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Ja, was geht jetzt ab?
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with. Okay, new game.
Alter, was geht jetzt ab?
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You,
Potte?
trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
Ah, das Game ist doch cool.
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
Oh. Was ist da unten? Oh, shit. LOL?
1 hour later.
I wonder what he found.
Vielleicht.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what
5 hours later.
the end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Ah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
All right.
mean?
Nice
Stanley
shot.
decided